God of War Ragnarok PS4 and PS5 resolution and frame rate revealed. Release date: when is God of War Ragnarok coming out? God of War Ragnarok finally has a release date, November 9, 2022. The news was shared out of the blue in early July, following a stretch in which developers at Sony Santa Monica were harassed due to the lack of a date. It will be available for both PS4 and PS5 on that date, with a $10 upgrade available for owners of the PS4 Standard Edition. This release date follows the sequel being delayed to 2022. Sony Santa Monica reconfirmed its 2022 release date repeatedly. Despite those reassurances, fans believed another delay was likely, especially after God of War 2018 director Cory Barlog and Sony Santa Monica celebrated the 4-year anniversary of that game's release by not sharing any new or additional footage of Ragnarok. "We haven't said a lot about this. That's because everybody is heads down, hard at work," Barlog said in a video tweeted by Sony Santa Monica for the anniversary. "We are perfectionists. Everyone is tightening up the graphics. There is so much going on right now that I just wish we could share with you. But it's just not ready to be shown," he said. "I guarantee you the very second that we have something we're ready to share, we're going to share it with you. We don't want to hold any of this back. So please, hold tight, know that something cool is coming and that everybody here at Sony Santa Monica is so incredibly thankful for all the support you've given us." Sony Santa Monica Studios explained the delay into 2022 via Twitter, asserting the studios need to remain focused on delivering a top-quality game while maintaining the safety and well-being of our team, creative partners, and families. God of War resolution and frame rate options. God of War Ragnarok on PS5 will give players the option to choose between 4 different graphical profiles. One of these settings will favor a higher resolution at a lower refresh rate, while the other will make compromises on resolution in order to deliver a higher frame rate. Favor resolution. In this mode, the game will run at a native 4K resolution and target a frame rate of 30 frames per second. Favor performance. Those who'd prefer better performance can switch to this mode, which targets a frame rate of 60 frames per second along with a dynamic resolution upscaled to 4K. Favor resolution. High frame rate enabled on HDMI 2.1 supported displays. The game will run at a native 4K resolution and target a frame rate of 40 frames per second. Favor performance. High frame rate enabled. Those playing on HDMI 2.1 supported displays who'd prefer even higher performance than performance mode can switch to this mode, which targets a frame rate of 120 frames per second while running at a lower dynamic resolution upscaled to 4K. Meanwhile, according to a YouTuber/streamer with early access to the game on PS4, it performs similar to the 2018 original. This means that the game targets a frame rate of 30 frames per second on the previous-gen console. 2018's God of War ran at a resolution of 1080p on PS4, and checkerboard 4K on PS4 Pro, and things are expected to be similar for Ragnarok. Previously, patch notes for Update 1.01 for God of War Ragnarok as well as its download size were revealed. The update primarily aims to improve the state of the game from the default version 1.00 that comes on disc. It was rolled out on October 10, 2022. The download size of the update comes in at 18.3 GB. God of War Ragnarok recently went gold, therefore this update will likely not be included in physical copies at launch. For those who pre-ordered a digital copy of God of War Ragnarok on PSN, the update should come pre-installed with the game. It is mainly to address bugs and issues that persist in version 1.00. Other improvements may include performance gains, though that has yet to be confirmed. The options focus on favor performance and favor resolution, with 2 variations of each. Perhaps what's most interesting, however, is that God of War Ragnarok joins a short list of games that has a 120 frames per second option on PS5. Here are the 4 modes available. Favor resolution, 4K/30 FPS locked. Favor performance, 60 FPS locked. Favor resolution, high frame rate, 4K/40 FPS locked. Favor performances, high frame rate, targeting 120 FPS. Only a few dozen other games currently support 120 FPS on PS5, including Ghostwire, Tokyo, the Nioh Collection, and Doom Eternal. Keep in mind that the 120 FPS mode doesn't mean the game will constantly run at that frame rate, but rather that's the target, and there could be potential slowdowns. Still, seeing a high-profile game like God of War with the mode could indicate a push toward more performance options in the future. Kratos is officially set to embark on his latest adventure alongside his son Atreus on November 9, 2022, for the PS4 and PS5.